Welcome to the Power Platform Daily Brief for
Yep.
Thursday, I can't even read my laptop screen at the moment, the 30th of May.
So, like, as I put
Mark.
you off, give it a big yep.
You did, exactly. I just used all words. So if you've not figured out, that was Ian,
How we doing?
and I'm all good. So we're just going to have a wee blether. That's going to confuse everyone again every time we use that.
Blether. A wee chit chat, a wee chinwag, a wee
Now,
sweetie wife story.
somebody did actually send me a message the other day. What do you mean by having a blether? And I'm like, having a chat. Why
It's
don't you just say chat then? Nah.
Well, it is chat. Like, it's that
Yeah.
colloquial part of it. I was having this conversation with one of the guys I work with. He's come up for Bolton and he's on the project with us there, but he's even understanding different words between what me and you say. For instance, you're Perth, I'm Glasgow. There's different words that we say. Horners.
Honors. I mean, I actually had the. There's a word that kept. There's a wrestling went on, and I'm like, yeah, that's the name of the event, but what does it actually mean? I'm like, I Google it. It probably wasn't something I should have Googled. I'm like, Ian, what does this actually mean?
Horners. It's when you give someone a hand. Generally, it's getting them out of a tricky situation, i.e., when they're fighting someone and you shout "Honors." It's like Haunwers or something like that. Spell it how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
like, but it's about getting people to jump in and give you a hand.
Yeah, I've seen, never heard of that until the other week. I'm like, what does this mean?
I know, so that was funny. But the other new thing that I learned today, actually, from the cloud blogs at Microsoft.com, they have announced the timeline for the 2019 release Wave 2, which is quite good. It's a blog from Mo Osborne, Corporate Vice President and Chief Operating Officer from Business Apps Engineering, and they're basically confirming here that we have the release plan being announced on June the 10th, and then August the 2nd, we're going to have early access available. I think that's what I kind of know is Canary, because reading through the blog, you need to give them a non-production instance to put it on, and it gives you early access. So Canary, or maybe not Canary, but at least early access to it. And then we've got the general availability on the 1st of October. It'll be interesting to see what's actually in that, given the dates.
Yeah, and it's easy enough. I mean, spinning up another instance. I know we've kind of changed the pricing model a little bit, so you don't have to pay for the actual instance. You just have to pay for the storage. So you're about, I think it's about 2 gig for a standard instance. So there's nothing to stop folk just firing up another instance and saying, right, here you go. Here's my one. Go for it. Let's see what you've got.
Yeah, I think that would definitely make a lot of difference for people wanting to use the early adoption ones based on that, because at the moment you have to give up one of your sandboxes, which you have to pay for, unless you get it free within your license, depending on how many users and all the rest of it. But certainly that going forward, it seems like it would be a good use of allocating a couple of gig to it within the space that you've already got, hopefully.
Yeah, and they did talk a little bit about one version.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, they go back about how in the CE space, everybody's now on the one version,
Okay.
and in Fin and Ops, they're looking at about 87% of their customers are on the latest version, and the rest have
Okay.
got actually a plan in place to upgrade to the latest version. So that's really good for them. Obviously, getting everybody on that one version. That was the main aim for this year with going to the 9.2 release, 9.1, 9.2.
Latest version.
Yeah, latest version. You're right, but we change all the version numbers, don't we? We don't have version numbers because it's all continual release in one version.
Yeah, and I mean that's definitely the way forward. Getting everyone onto the same level of platform, everyone gets the same release schedule. Well, apart from depending on what region you're in, but it uniforms things. So there's lots of activity at one point, and then it kind of drops off. So yeah, it's a good way of doing it. Everyone's on the same thing. You're not having. I mean, think of at the peak where they were maintaining 3 different versions. How many developers that was taking out the show?
The support
So now
cases, everything. It's just that
yeah,
everybody has to know what's going on with everything else. So
exactly. So now you've got all those developers that can be realigned to just one version of the product, which is quite cool.
it
But
is.
speaking about products, the one that I want to have a wee chat about today, and it's something that I've been looking at for a while. Seen it when I was over at CRM UG in Amsterdam, I had a little preview of it, but it's now available for public preview, and that's Dynamics 365 Virtual Agent for customer service. So think of chatbots, playing with a chatbot, but think about, so you know how much I love a Visio.
Yep.
It's basically, it looks like you're creating a Visio as a chat flow. You can also integrate it with Flow. You can connect it into customer service insights.
Is this kind of for the omni-channel experience, you think? Is that what it ties into, or?
It does, but what it looks more like is you can obviously fire it onto your website and it can be an actual bot, get to a certain level. So you can get to
Yep.
question number 7, and then it pings over to a case, and a case needs to be taken over.
And can it do a handover to like a real agent if you've got one available, etc.?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's like it must. I don't know anything about this, to be fair, so I'm winging this at this point. But it sounds like it's tying into that, the omni-channel stuff, because obviously that's Microsoft's new offer and bringing in chat and everything else into CRM. So the bots is a great thing for that. Bots is something I need to look at actually. So that's pretty
yep.
cool.
It
I'll need to
also
look at
takes
the show notes for that to get the link.
I know. It also takes in a little bit of cognitive learning as well, or AI.
Mm.
So it picks up natural language, but if it doesn't recognise a question, what it does, it'll follow the rest of the path that they take. So the next time that that question's asked, it will start to learn, and you're able to go away, pick up, see what the responses are, and how
That's
you
cool.
can
That's cool.
manipulate it. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't. Oh, what was the one? Live assist, live chat,
Yeah. So
Cafe.
Cafe X live chat, they don't have a bot that comes with it because you need to use another bot framework, whether it's hosted on Azure or another service. There's lots of them out there, obviously.
Okay.
But you need to, if you spin that up, so I've looked at the bots tech for that a little bit. So you need to spin it up in, let's say, Azure, and
Yep.
you create your bot, a little bit of code to do it. Not massive, seems quite simple, but then you have to teach that bot
Yeah.
by importing questions and answers via spreadsheets, that type of thing. So you're building, it's almost like in my head, it seems like it's a kid. You have to
Yeah.
teach it what is right, what is wrong, yes, no, yes, no. And then the, the further on you go, it does get a little bit of AI around it. It can learn, and you get further complexities of questions based on what you've
Okay.
fed it, I believe. But this sounds like they're taking that a little bit further with the AI, where it will learn, it will see the responses, it will see what happens, and follow it through so that it can then go, cool, next time, this is what I'm
Yeah.
going to do. Hmm.
And I'm just having a wee look at the output of some of the dashboards. It's got sentiment, what the ratings were, how many times it fixed it first time. Very Power BI, but it's still there. But I mean, I think the biggest part of this is there's a flow connector for it.
So it's
So
general
in
preview at the moment, you say?
it is currently in preview. It just says preview at the moment. So
So there's no time or anything on that. Obviously, at the moment, it's like everything else
not.
right now. But that's cool. That it's cool that we can see that it's coming.
Yep, I will be signing up for that, and maybe on the main podcast we will have a little chat about that, or on one of the round tables.
No, definitely. I think it sounds like a great talking point. There's a lot of learning, even for me right now, to get from that. Sweet.
So I think that's us for the day. So we will catch up with everyone this time next week.
Catch you.
Cheers, bye.
Cheers. Bye.